other games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Starting at shooting guard, at 5'9" number 28, MP.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Look at the Clippers. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season.
Yeah, and when I look at the Clippers, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. And it's Zubac in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Hornets, they've got MP. He's out there with Ball. Mark Williams is out there with Brandon Miller. And it's Salon in at the 4 slot. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively. And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Now here's Leonard. Powell in the high post. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here's Ball. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And here's MP for 3. Connects from three-point range.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
Pass to Powell. Miller grabs the miss. Powell's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And it's Ball in the corner. MP outside. Miller outside. The 3 from MP. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And being able to slot up for that jump shot is really a skill MP has improved.
Staying healthy and rested has been, Brent, a challenge for this Clippers team.
Well, of course, Kevin, this affects every team throughout the course of a long season. But, yeah, the Clippers have had a really tough time keeping their stars healthy. Their fans have been patient. Their ownership has been patient. But patience runs out. At some point, you want this team to have that full health and that full run to maybe get after one of those titles.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Deflects the pass, stolen by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Worth the price of admission. LaMelo with a tremendous play on the ball and finishes on the other end.
And so Harden will bring it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Brooklyn put on a show. He scored an amazing number of points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? I'll find out together. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout. Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Powell against MP. Powell kicks to Jones. The shot from 20 feet away. Leonard, no luck.
I guess even he has. It's one of those once in a while.
Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
Okogie's checked in for Charlotte. Trey Mann comes in for Ball. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Derek Jones. Amir Coffey's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Porter subbed in for Norman Powell. Harden inside the three-point line. No good from the wing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
MP dishes to Williams. MP passes to Williams. There's another turnover by the Hornets. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Bones Highland subbed in for James Harden. Here's Highland. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Leonard.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Leonard.
No doubt one of the best two-way threats on any NBA floor. Leonard remains hungry to keep adding to his title collection.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
MP looking around. Shoots the three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Charlotte with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Charlotte.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Kevin Porter is out there with Bones Highland. Then there's Drew Eubanks. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Coffey in at the three, the small forward. So it's the Hornets now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to man. Now MP. MP drills the three. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. And so here are the Clippers. Following the three-pointer by MP. Highland against MP. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Hornets. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Okogie. And it's ball in for Trey Mann. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. And it's Powell in for Amir Coffey. Leonard, the pass to Highland. Hits the three-point bomb. Highland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Still some work to be done here for Highland, but when he's hitting from deep, it helps get everything else going for him.
Clippers trail by 13. Porter finds Leonard. It's rebounded by Salon. And so MP will bring it up for Charlotte. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Here's the three. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 4 assists in the game.
And what a night to remember for MP. Still so young, this guy could have many nights like this in the future.
Porter, no luck. Charlotte leading by 16. The three from MP. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now here's Porter. Still yet to score.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
He gets it in there. And the Hornets lead by 21.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, they were like good college players, one and done. You got to be able to make some noise on the offensive glass and keep possessions alive. They weren't able to do that.
changes for Charlotte. Cody Martin comes in for Williams. And Josh Green subbed in for MP. The Clippers also making some changes. Jones checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Amir Coffey comes in for Kevin Porter. And it's James Harden in for Highland. So it's MP making things happen for the Hornets. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Halftime is here. And what better way to tip it off than to analyze the latest news on the trade front?
Well, they got an offensive weapon with this move. We've seen the growth of Tobias Harris, the shooting touch, the rebounding, and all-around play. This is someone who can get a bucket when they need it.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to bother shooters without opening up the driving lanes?
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, the Hornet shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. We've got Ball. He's out there with MP. Brandon Miller out there with Williams. And it's Zalon in at the power forward position. So that's the Hornets 5.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Powell. Harden sets the pick for Powell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to MP. Back to Miller. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. MP's shot is good.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Ball.
James Harden.
We're pretty deep into his career, but James Harden's still showing that burst.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Outside, Jones. To the paint. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brett, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Lets it go from 11, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
And a wide open look for MP. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. MP's got 44.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. Well, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And here's Harden. Following the three-pointer by MP. Kicks it out to Harden. Zubac's a screen on Ball. Harden's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Back to MP. And good! He hits it again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Powell. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Williams. The Hornets have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Okogie's checked in for the Hornets. Porter's checked in for the Clippers. And here are the Hornets now. Hits it again. Wow!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Porter, bounce pass. Harden has a wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Back to MP. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Pass to Powell. On the wing, Porter. And here's Leonard from 3. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The 3 from MP. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Powell dishes to Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
MP outside. And so it's Charlotte with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
Stevens is checked in for Charlotte. MP comes in for Smith. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Jones comes in for Amir Coffey. Powell, he's checked in for Porter. And James Harden subbed in for Highland. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Setting the floor for the Clippers, Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And here's Harden, following the three-pointer by MP from deep. Harden, no good. Charlotte has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th. Yet another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on it.
And here's Jones, following the three-pointer by MP, Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Harden against MP. Harden with it. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Great win tonight, MP.
When it's all said and done, and you back at the bottom, they gonna treat you like you worthless. Respect the game.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.